The Spelling Bee, written by Jill Sherman, illustrated by Laura Zerman. Focus question. What is the lesson of the story? Before we start, I need you guys to leave a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 50 likes. Looks like we're down to the final 2 spellers, Mr. Russell exclaimed. Jasmine beamed. She was sure she was going to win the class spelling bee. Good luck, Finn, the other speller said and offered Jasmine a handshake. Luck has nothing to do with it, she said, smugly, blushing. Finn lowered his hand. All right, Mr. Russo said. Finn, your next word is apology. Finn took a deep breath. Apology, he repeated nervously. A-P-O-L-A-G-G-Y. Apology. Mr. Russo frowned sympathetically and said, I'm afraid that's incorrect. Jasmine, let's see if you can spell this word for the word. Apology. A-P-O-L-O, she said, stretching the letter with Mr. G-Y. Apology. You got it, Mr. Russell cheered. Then he asked Jasmine to spell one final word. Arrogant. After she spelled it correctly, Mr. Russo announced, Class, let's have a hand for our new spelling champ. The class erupted in applause. Mr. Russo said, Jasmine, you will represent our class at a school-wide spelling bee tomorrow. Do you think you're up to it? Oh, yes, Mr. Russo, she replied. During lunch, everyone was talking about the spelling bee. Jasmine walked on by the table where Finn sat with his friend. I can't believe you're going to go on stage in front of the entire school. Lily gushed. That's a big deal. How hard is it to spell a few words? Jasmine asked. Easy for you to say, Finn said. You beat all of us. You all only had to spell baby words, Jasmine announced. Before they could say anything, she said, See you guys later, which is L-A-T-E-R, later. The next day, Jasmine waited with the other spelling bee winner from the other classes. She had not thought about the older students she would have to spell against the school-wide spelling bee. She found a spot next to a 4th grader she knew from her block. Hi, Josh. I didn't know you were a good speller, Jasmine said. I think I have a slot at winning this year, he said. Me too, Jasmine said eagerly. Aren't you a 2nd grade? Josh asked. 2nd graders never win the school-wide spelling bee. Well, I'm pretty good, Jasmine bragged. I won my class B on the word apology. Jaws looked at her quizzically and said, "Apology? That's kind of the baby word, isn't it?" Jasmine blushed. Maybe I should had studied the list of the words Mr. Russo gave in the class. She thought Principal Lopez had started to explain the rules of the spelling bee. "Congratulations to our super spellers," she began. Jasmine wasn't listening. If apology was a baby word, what kind of word would she ask to spell? The auditorium was packed for the competition. Jasmine sat nervously on stage with the other spellers, her palms sweating. Principal Lopez introduced each of the spellers. Cheers from each student's classmates arose in the different areas of the auditorium. When Jamie's name's class announced, most of Mr. Russo's class clapped for her. James looked at Finn. He wasn't clapping. He seemed to be glaring at her. As the competition began, Jasmine eyed each speller. Students after student stepped forward and spelled his or her word correctly. Jasmine knew some of the words, but not all of them. Finally, it was her turn. Jasmine walked in the front of the stage and crossed her fingers, hoping for the word she knew. "Jasmine, please spell caterpillar," says Principal Lopez. Jasmine's heart sank. She'd never spelled this word before. Taking a deep breath, Jasmine tried to sound it out. She said, "Caterpillar, C-A-T." Jasmine paused and then continued, "E-R-P," but she wasn't sure what came next. She was hurt. She hesitated, trying to think. I-L-E-R, caterpillar, she finished. "I'm sorry, but that's incorrect," says the principal. Jasmine returned to her chair. That was it. She was out on her first word. She couldn't believe it. Yesterday, she'd been sure she could win the whole competition. Jasmine looked out into the audience and spotted Finn. "Now I know how he felt," she thought. After the competition, Jasmine opened the classroom door quietly, hoping to slip in unnoticed. "Way to go, Jasmine," Lily said. "Yeah, bad luck on that word," Finn sympathized. "You're not mad at me everything I said yesterday," Jasmine said. "I'm really sorry for being mean," she said quietly. "It's all right. Besides, it was really brave to go out against those older students," Finn replied. "Thanks, Finn. Now I understand how you felt yesterday. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to be mean about it," Jasmine said. "You never know how others feel until you're in their shoes," she added. Finn looked at his shoes and laughed. Connections. Writing. Pretend that you are Jasmine. Write an apology letter to Finn. Include why you're sorry and how you will try not to hurt other people's feelings in the future. Spelling and vocabulary. Have a class spelling bee using a word in the book of glossary. Goodbye everyone. See you later, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. And still that, I need you guys to leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get 50 likes. Hey guys, thanks for watching and check out these videos. I scream it right up.